Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into a story that, honestly, sounds like it's straight out of a crime thriller.
It really does.
But it's very real. We're talking about a massive cyber fraud bust, exposing an insurance scam on a scale that's pretty shocking. You sent us some fascinating sources on this.
Yeah, what's really captivating here, I think, isn't just the sheer number of victims, but how incredibly sophisticated this whole operation was.
Right.
We're going to unpack the methods, the really cunning ways they operated, who they targeted, and what the police actually found.
Okay, let's do that. So how did this even start? How does a racket issuing nearly 1,500 fake life and health insurance policies get off the ground?
Well, that's the core of it, isn't it?
Our mission today is to really get under the hood of the scam, understand its reach, and maybe most importantly, what it means for you for spotting these kinds of threats.
Exactly. So the Ghaziabad Cyber Crime Police exposed this whole thing. It involves 7 people, but here's the kicker. Some had critical insider knowledge.
Okay.
2 of the main accused, Aman Agarwal and Rahul Sharma. Now get this, they used to work at HXIGAR.
HX?
Yeah, it's an authorized center, a third party, basically, for major insurance companies there in Noida. So they had access. Real access.
Wow, so this wasn't just hacking from the outside. This was internal.
Precisely. They had legitimate access to sensitive client data because of their jobs. It really makes you ask, doesn't it? How safe are our details, even with companies we trust?
That is unsettling. Okay, so they've got this gold mine of confidential data. What then? What's the playbook? How do they, weaponize that?
Well, they didn't just call random numbers. They used that specific data, names, policy details, everything, to contact genuine policyholders. And they'd pose as company reps. Perfectly, promising things like, much higher returns or better benefits if you renew, or maybe attempting new policy.
And how do they make it convincing? Just a smooth talker on the phone?
More than that. To really seal the deal, they generated fake receipts and fake policy documents, too, using specialized software. These looked incredibly real.
So you get something in your email or post that looks totally official.
Exactly. It creates this powerful illusion of legitimacy. Very hard for the average person to spot.
That's sophisticated. But, wouldn't some people think this sounds too good to be true? Or was the impersonation just that convincing?
Often it seems the impersonation was that convincing because they had your actual details. It builds immediate trust, or, false trust.
And how far did this thing spread? Was it just a local issue?
Oh, no, not at all. The sources show victims in at least 4 states: Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh. But the digital trail, that spans even wider. Punjab, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Delhi. It was widespread.
And who were they targeting mainly?
It seems they went after senior citizens quite a bit, and also remote customers, people maybe less likely to double-check or less tech-savvy, perhaps. It shows how indiscriminate they were, really.
And the total amount, you mentioned the scale.
We're looking at a 4.5 crore scam. So that's over $500,000 US. It's a huge amount of money stolen from ordinary people.
Staggering. Just staggering. What did the police actually find when they raided these guys? What evidence turned up?
Quite a haul, actually. Physically, they found about 1.98 lakh in cash, so around $2,400 US, plus 26 mobile phones, 14 debit cards.
Okay, standard stuff for fraud, maybe.
And 2 luxury cars, which points to the kind of money they were making.
It shows the motive.
But the digital evidence was just as crucial. The phones and other devices, they had detailed transaction histories, logs of who they contacted, victim lists.
All organized.
Very. They even used things like telecalling scripts, to keep the lies consistent, call spoofing apps to hide their real numbers, even proper customer management tools to track their victims, just like a real call center.
Wow. That's basically running it like a legitimate but criminal business?
It's a stark reminder of how fraudsters use the same digital tools legitimate businesses do.
So where does this leave things? Police are still looking for more people involved, right?
Yeah, they're working on tracing 4 more gang members. But these arrests, they already tell us a lot about how these large-scale frauds actually work.
What's the big takeaway then?
I think the critical thing here is realizing the power of that insider access, coupled with sophisticated digital impersonation. It's often not random attacks anymore.
Right.
It's targeted, using information stolen, often from legitimate sources we trust. This whole scam really highlights how that trust can be broken from the inside.
Indeed. And this deep dive really shows, doesn't it, that even documents that look completely authentic or a call from someone who knows your policy number, it can all be fake. So for you listening, the question becomes, how do you go beyond just being generally cautious? How do you actually verify if that call or email is real, especially when they seem to know so much?
It's tough.
The real kicker here maybe isn't just what happened, but the realization that the very systems meant to protect our data can sometimes be compromised from within. It's a huge reminder to always, always verify independently. Don't use the number the caller gives you.
Never.
Go to the company's official website, find their published contact number, and call that. It's an extra step, but clearly it's becoming essential.